Tariffs. I'm about to explain this in the easiest way possible. I'm talking an 8-year-old should be able to understand this because it's the only way we can make a change. You see, most people are under the impression that these tariffs are reciprocal because they don't want to place the public in an outrage by telling them the clear truth. Remember, in this reality, the truth actually hurts. So the main goal of these tariffs is to combat the humans being forced through the traffic. And it's happening in several different ways, and I'm about to break that down. Most people think the tariffs is a money issue, but we cannot forget where the money comes from. Energy. And the energy is produced from the human resources. So this is on the Department of Homeland Security website. And this is how they describe what I'm gonna call the humans being forced through traffic, HT. HT involves the use of force, fraud, or coercion to obtain some type of labor or commercial act. Every year, millions of men, women, and children are trafficked worldwide, including right here in the United States. It can happen in any community. Victims can be any age, race, or gender or nationality. Traffickers might use the following methods to lure victims into trafficking situations: violence, manipulation, false promises of well-paying jobs, romantic relationships. Language barriers, fear of traffickers, and/or fear of law enforcement frequently keeps the victims from seeking help. Keep that in mind, because that's what makes it a hidden crime. It's literally in everyone's face, but we all refuse to see it. Yo, check it. I want y'all to think about the immigration issue that everybody's in an uproar about. But why? You see, the demon rats have been inviting immigrants over here in America illegally and literally paying them to do so, promising them a better life for their cheap labor and to vote. This is exactly why they try to allow immigrants to vote, so they can stay in control and continue doing what they're doing, destroying America. I mean, just think about this. When they take workers from other countries, it's literally taking the help away from other countries. In turn, that helps destroy their country. So they're destroying their country by leaving and then coming here to replace the American workers for their cheap labor. In turn, destroys America because the workers have no work. And I know people probably wondering, why would they come to America, the quote-unquote land of the free? As we all can see, the demon rats is getting exposed for the acts they've been doing this whole time, such as supporting all these gangs, mafias, cartels, etc. Whatever y'all want to call these terrorist groups. They was the ones that coerced the people to want to come to the quote-unquote land of the free, to avoid the issues that was created in their country by our government. So as I mentioned earlier, when they come over here, they're replacing the Americans, placing them further down the totem pole. But the issue here is most people don't know who the real Americans are. Not even the real Americans. But most people from different nations that come into our nation do not know what they're doing or the chain reaction that happens when they come. And I'm gonna add, to be specific, when they come the wrong way. So a lot of these people from different nations have jobs that literally oppresses people because they believe in the system so much, but do not realize it is rigged and fraudulent. So when you hear people getting deported, they are actually receiving their freedom because the previous administration put them in a situation to where they violated the laws and policies. They've been under the false illusion of the quote-unquote American dream that can't be reached because they were lied to and came over here illegally, which in turn destroyed the financial system in which the real Americans have to pay for. Now I'm talking about like programs that they've been dismantling, like the most known that everybody should know about, the USAID, using our wealth to improve the whole world besides our country. So they look for easy targets by psychological, emotional vulnerability, economic hardship, lack of a social safety net, natural disasters, political instability. The trauma caused by the people can be great that many may not identify themselves as victims or ask for help, even in a highly public setting. So basically all this is explaining how most people don't even know what's happening to them. They believe this is how life works. I come online and say one thing and they'll fight me when I'm telling you the truth of how the way they're enslaving us and this is illegal or unlawful. When you hear terms like cognitive dissonance, Stockholm syndrome, this is what HT causes. And as we can see, most people we know has it, bruh. Because people are going to deny that we've been in a war our whole life. So let's start with political instability, and this goes for all countries. But since I'm America, y'all might as well look at what's happening right here because we're in the center of everything. Let's say a European was born here in America and is considered a quote-unquote American through birthright citizenship. And this is why it's being dismantled and taken away. So since this person is considered to be American, they can drain American funds and use it to create different companies in other countries. Because don't forget how much more a dollar is worth compared to other countries. So obviously they go to different countries for cheap labor, then come back here to make their profit. Not only that, since they was controlling America's government, they decided to give all their homies from other countries trade discounts. Hence the reason why every country had a tariff on us, but we had no tariffs on them. This is just another system they use to drain the wealth of America. And it looks like America was the one doing all the HT when these people are not even American. If y'all notice the country she showed during that meeting on reciprocal tariffs, notice that it's only half of what they've been charging us. This is clearly a warning to comply because it's showing how much wealth they've really been stealing from America. Because in all reality, no country should be charging us tariffs at all. We should be the only country charging everyone else tariffs, especially since they've been stealing our money for decades. Also, this country has a serious HT problem by itself. So go do your own research because I already did. All the immigration issues, deportations, tariffs is an attempt to combat HT in all the other countries that the demon rats have been funding this whole time. In turn, it will stop it here in America because the whole world is against us and they don't even know it. So while all this is happening, the real Americans is facing all of these right here. Psychological, emotional vulnerability, economic hardship, lack of a social net, political instability. We see how media do us. We see how everything is set up to financially destroy us. We see how we have no outlet anywhere, especially people that look like me. They'll continue to create problems so you can never see the root. This is why people in America always be worried about wars and other things that's happening in other countries and ignoring that the worst war is happening right here in their face. We got jail, high interest rates, redlining, poverty. I can go on all day, but it's clearly systematic oppression. And this is why Black people do not trust the system because it's designed to specifically drain us. You know when they say all the nations will gather in Jerusalem? So Jews mean the Jewels of earth, which is the quote unquote Black people. We all know what rule means, and Salam means peace because we are the most naturally peaceful people that's trapped in a system that designs us to be in chaotic situations so we don't seem to be peaceful. So all the nations was different tribes and people that spoke different languages. Look around now, they are all in America, surrounding us, ensuring that we stay in slavery by this fraudulent system that they're upholding that oppresses us. Everything was a psyop to coerce everyone to fight for the system because they couldn't do it themselves. You see, they want you to choose the underworld by staying low vibrational. And when you are, you will be taken away because you can't make it into the new earth. And this is the rapture most people heard about. They're snatching, they're carrying away, basically being kidnapped. Because like I said, most people have a misunderstanding of that. And this has to happen because the way they think is destructive and contagious. If you can't understand anything I said in this video about humans being forced through the traffic because of this war, 9 times out of 10, you probably still fighting for the demon rats. You see no evil. They have your mind and you are possessed. And you won't make it into the new world because people like you don't belong. Anyways, I hope y'all picked up what I put down, but y'all know how I keep it. Y'all be gods. Peace.